So on August 1st, LEGO released this, the Obi-Wan's JEDI Starfighter. It's an awesome set from the prequels. We can never get enough Episode 2 sets. I think there's been literally the least amount of Episode 2 sets compared to other movies. So it's really cool to see another one, and I'm really excited to get this one built up. We even get our first ever Cameron minifigs. So if you guys are excited for this review, leave a like on this video, and we'll quickly go ahead and build this set up. Okay guys, so as you just saw, we built this set, but we have a small problem, and that is with this, the sticker sheet. This is the first time I've ever had this problem with a LEGO sticker sheet. It is misprinted. I don't know how well I'll be able to show this on camera, but all the stickers are pretty much off to the side and even off the actual sticker themselves. So yeah, really not ideal. You can see we built the rest of the set, but we haven't applied any of the stickers, so I'm going to go ahead and apply for a free set of replacement stickers from LEGO, wait a couple of days, and then apply them and give you guys my full thoughts on the set.
Several days later.
So the replacement sticker sheet just arrived finally after a few days, so let's apply the stickers and take a look at the set. Now this is a really sleek build with 3 fantastic minifigs, which we'll get to in just a second. But looking at the build, there are some fantastic elements, some cool play features, and a couple of things I don't particularly like. But before we take a deep dive into the build, let's take a look at the 3 fantastic minifigures. So of course, the figure that most people are buying this set for is the Tonwi minifig, our first ever Cameron minifig. And damn, did LEGO do this figure justice. I think this looks fantastic. Obviously the skirt piece at the bottom with a cool custom printed torso. The black areas either side of the torso help to highlight the skinny and elongated shape of the Camerons, and that new molded long neck piece is amazing. I would love to see some different Camerons made in this mold as well. I hope we do get them in the future, but either way, I hope to buy a couple of these sets to get at least a couple for any sort of Cameron mock I might do in the future. You can see she's quite considerably taller than any of the LEGO minifigs, just over a head taller than any regular minifigs, which I think is relatively accurate. She's got some nice back printing here as well, and just overall LEGO absolutely smashed this figure out of the park. I have nothing bad to say about this fig. Moving on, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi in his JEDI robes. You can see he has his proper brown overcoat on, and this printing continues from the torso onto the legs. It would have been nice to possibly see some dual molded legs for this guy, but I think it works pretty well. The first one's just a simple episode 2 Obi-Wan face, and then the alternate side has the cool headpiece so he can communicate with the Jedi whilst he's flying. He also does come with a hood piece that you can replace the hair with. Overall, this is a pretty standard episode 2 Obi-Wan. It's good to get another one, as we don't really see many episode 2 sets, so therefore we haven't got many episode 2 Obi-Wans, and it's good for new collectors to get their hands on a version of this figure. The final fig is R4P17, very basic. We basically just get this cool dark red head with a regular droid body, no printing on the back sadly, which is a big shame, as they started doing that with the R2-D2 earlier this year. He was definitely necessary to the set, but he's certainly nothing special. Now moving on to the build itself, it is a really sleek model. There's only one big flaw that I found in this set other than LEGO messing up the sticker sheet, and it just looks really good from this angle in my personal opinion. You can see here we have some nice thrusters on the back and some cool different sleek designs around the back of the cockpit, but this angle definitely shows the big glaring error in this set, which we'll get to in just a second. The first play feature is that you can remove the R4P17 head and add it to this rotating turntable. You can see it can get a little bit jammed up sometimes. Those light bluish grey elements can catch on that dark red slope on the side, but overall it looks really nice. And don't worry, you won't just be casting aside the body for the R4 minifig. You can actually open this section up in the center and slot him in here, which is actually a really nice feature from LEGO, and I'm glad they did this. Although I don't think R4P17 actually had a body in Star Wars canon, but it works really well, and it would have been weird if they hadn't included it, so I think they did this perfectly. Behind R4 you can see a small radar dish, which can be sort of swiveled around a little bit like we see on Geonosis. I think this was a nice touch as well, and actually can be popped off as well, and is definitely a cool little addition to the ship. Towards the front of the set, we have one of the uglier play features, and this is these stud shooters on the front. They can shoot these trans-screen stud pieces, and they are just basic, standard, new stud shooters. Whilst they're a cool feature, they do take away from the looks of the build a little bit. Opening up the cockpit, you can see we fit Obi-Wan in here, and he's nicely snugly placed in there with ease. He has a nice black seat and then also a cool control panel at the front, which is just the basic Star Wars one, which we've seen in basically every Star Wars ship and set for as long as I can remember at least. Below the set we have some cool landing gear. You can see this front one can be folded up and put away, which is kind of nice. And then when the front landing gear is down, the back just rests on these inverted slope pieces, which I guess works pretty well. There's also a clip on either side, one which you can use to store Obi-Wan's lightsaber, and I don't really know if there's any use for the other one. Whilst LEGO did mess up my stickers, the sticker detailing actually is really good on this set. There are quite a few stickers, but they actually do add a lot to the model, and I think they do really bring it to life. I love the Republic logo and some of the greener stickers at the back. Those lime green stickers really contrast well with the white and the dark red. Now onto the glaring error of this set. You guys definitely have spotted it. It is the giant gap between the wings and the centerpiece. So this piece is actually not attached with sort of like a clicking joint like we've seen in the past. This is actually just attached with Technic pins, and I'm not too sure about this. I definitely think it creates the angle nicely, but sadly we do have this giant gap between the wings, which is a bit of a shame. Overall, I do really like this model. It's definitely a solid build, and I think LEGO really smashed it out the park. The one thing I would have improved is that small gap, but overall I really can't complain too much. For a small $35 set, it really does live up to expectations, and I think LEGO did a good job with this. Let me know what you think of this set in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. As always, I hope you did enjoy this video, guys. Leave a like if you did, and of course smash that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. I would love to have you over here. And if you want to go see one of my other reviews for these brand new LEGO Star Wars sets, the ATT and Inquisitor's Transport are available on screen right now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Goodbye.